Good evening and welcome to our coverage from Perth Stadium. You join us for this T20 match between the Lions and the Stingers. I'm Mike Atherton, and with me in the commentary box today is Mel Jones, Ali Mitchell, Ian Healy and the Silver Fox.
Well, if they lose this one, a lot will be pinned on this decision. Batting first on this pitch really does look a risky decision.
Archer has the ball in hand and will get us underway. Hopefully that... There'll be some swing and bounce with this new ball early on.
Bit of a change-up in the field now.
Hit that hard, nailed it.
Perhaps that slipped out of the hand a little during the release. Khan didn't mind and sent it high and handsome over the boundary rope for 6.
Tried for something a bit different the last ball. The captain shouldn't mind that. If they get it right, they might just get the wicket. Got right in behind it. Yep. Great shot. At least one on offer. There'll be one run here for them. A big opportunity. They've worked hard in recent weeks. They should have the confidence to build an innings and get big runs on the board. Wow, that's missed the lot.
A few moves made in the field.
Yes. They'll push hard, should get back for 2.
He was just a little bit too full, and it was beautifully timed.
Finch, I don't think will be too happy with their bowler at the moment.
The captain's going to change things around in the field.
Wait on, yes. Caught. Yeah. One of the easiest catches you'll see.
A trudge back to the pavilion, a disappointing display in the end. For someone with such batting skills, this goes down as a fail.
A new bowler is coming into the attack. Yep.
Good running. It needed to be as well. Probably closer than they expected.
McClintock ready to face their first ball. Really needs to settle quickly and see if they can get the ball into the gaps. That's a long way up. Is there anyone there to catch it?
Really just seemed to have put that one into the slot with the first ball to the new batter. All the same, it's a glorious shot for your first ball.
Doesn't beat the infield. Oh, that's gone. Really unlucky.
Well, this is a fantastic wicket. Get the runs down. Really didn't get settled. Looked to be in trouble, sadly, for most of the knock.
A change to the complexion of this match. Got to get the new batter coming forward early, encouraging them to drive and really attack the stumps. Misses everything.
Just need to settle down. The timing's off. These deliveries are there to be hit. Time for cool heads.
Brilliant shot, that.
Had all the time in the world to get in position to play that ball. Timed it nicely for 4 runs.
That sees the completion of the over. A good one too. Not many opportunities to score.
Yep.
Solid defence. Very compact. Bowled him! Beauty! Absolute beauty!
An innings that promised much and really, in the end, delivered very little. Pretty disappointing all round.
It's a long way to walk out here just to walk straight back. They'll just want to get this first one behind them and then push on. Well placed, should get a single.
Oh, good running. It needed to be as well. That's probably a lot closer than they expected.
Yep.
There'll be runs here.
Got forward and was able to drive the ball. Lovely shot, good running.
Wait there.
Good piece of fielding to stop some runs.
Back and across, punched well off the back foot through point to get some runs.
Well, that was another good over. You can see the frustration growing on the batters. Joseph from the south end.
That was a slower delivery, played too early, and it went straight through to the keeper.
Nice one. Yep.
Finds the fielder with that shot.
Exquisitely done on the front foot. A gorgeous looking drive. Could have been worth more.
Good shot. He's found the gap. A couple on offer here. Nice solid defensive shot. Beaten on the drive.
Maybe they didn't pick it up. Very late on the shot.
That's the end of a very good over. Good pressure being put on the batters. Flew away with pace. Brilliant timing.
Got their head right in line with the ball. A beautiful strike there, down the ground.
Getting nicely settled at the crease now. Would have been really happy with that last shot.
Lovely!
That's wild. Nothing elegant about that shot. Just not timing it at all. It's poor play.
Nice one!
A bit of frustration after that shot. Went after it, but just couldn't lay a bat on it.
Lovely!
Cars shakes their head. He was there to be hit, but couldn't make the most of it. Some adjustments to the field.
Nicked it. Collects that one, simple as you like, inside the ring.
Well, for a brief moment, you thought there might be a bit of strife there. In the end, a good decision not to take on the field.
Drives and misses everything.
Archer with a superb delivery. Got them trying to drive, but messing everything up.
Archer has had a pretty good over. Just needed a bit more luck to find a wicket. Edge. What a ball. Big appeal. Caught first ball of the new over. What a disappointment.
That's a key wicket. Not what you want so early in the innings. Barely troubling the scorer.
New batter comes to the crease. Never an easy time to come in after the fall of a wicket. They'll get at least one. Duplessis takes guard. Been in pretty good touch lately. You wouldn't want to let them get away early with some easy boundaries. Picks the gap perfectly.
You can't fault that shot. Nicely played, and it was 4 runs all the way.
Joseph shouldn't be too worried about that last ball. They've got them playing their shots. Just need to tighten their areas now.
Lovely!
A reckless heave. This batter is usually a bit more elegant in their stroke play than this. Poor batting.
Nice shot. Runs possible.
Not a very smart shot. Got nothing onto it in the end.
Some well-targeted bowling in that over. Certainly something to build on. 5 fielders are now able to be moved outside the circles.
The captain making some adjustments to the field here.
Ease through the field. There'll be runs here.
Got forward well and was able to drive the ball. A lovely shot and good running.
Lovely.
The bat was very late coming down on that.
Yeah. Yes, keeper. Yep.
That's great fielding. That ball was flying.
Wait. Yep.
Edge. Amazing delivery. The whole team goes up for that one. They feel pretty confident about this. And taken. Superb delivery.
An innings that promised much and really in the end delivered very little. Pretty disappointing all round. Great bowling, really hitting their straps.
Let's see if they can get the ball up into the slot like before. So crucial to follow up that last delivery and keep the batter under pressure.
Yep.
Lovely.
Well timed, but there's a fielder out there.
Bowler.
And with that, they're off the mark.
Yep.
Well, they were moving quick between the wickets. I thought for a moment they were going to go again. In the end, I reckon that would have been just too risky.
Waiting.
They've picked the gap. Perfect timing.
Keeper's ball.
Good return, back from the deep.
The Lions found some good rhythm in that over. They'll want to maintain it going forwards. Van der Merwe, the left armour, is the new bowler. from the northern end.
Some adjustments to the field.
Edge, unplayable. Time to keep the pressure on now. Great last ball to find the edge. It's just a case of finding the same spot.
A bit of a change-up in the field now. Decisive running might have gotten them too. You look at that and I'd say they would have made it easily. Poor running in the end.
Straight to the fielder. There's trouble here.
Good running. It needed to be as well. Probably closer than they expected.
Yep.
A few moves made in the field.
Yep.
They need to get their calling right. Mix-ups like that won't help either of this pair. Tried to get the drive away, but timed it poorly and lucky to survive.
End of the over. 5 runs coming from it. The Stingers are 5 for 54. Big shout. It was full enough and shaping like it's going to hit. This is close.
Nothing picked up from the bat. This could spell trouble. How close is that? Could be the wicket. Well, the margin in this game can be so fine.
Brilliant decision to review. They bat on. Great shot. At least one on offer.
Keep it! No!
There'll be 1 run here for them.
Decisive running might have gotten 2. Looking back at it, I'd say they'd have made it easily. So in the end, poor running.
Wow, that's missed the lot. Misses everything. Good bowling, kept it nice and tight and made it hard to score runs. Quick onto that in the infield. It's getting to where this is becoming a problem. It's obvious it isn't out, but they appeal anyway.
Yep.
Well placed. Should get a single. Could be close. Strong appeal.
Decide against the second, way too late. I think they'd have been well short if they had continued.
Edged it. Loud appeal. A wonderful delivery to get the edge. You've got to keep hammering away at that spot time and again. They certainly don't feel like they've got anything on that, but almost every fielder is asking the question. So they do indeed signal for the review. Just feel it's a little bit foolish, seemed out to me. Caught! Banged off the glove. Clear edge, and the replay confirms it. Third umpire didn't need much time for that decision. With the fall of that wicket, we have a new batter at the crease. Hales will be looking to make a strong start to their innings. Great shot. Placement exquisite.
You can't fault the bowling. Sometimes your opponent is just too good. Wonderful front foot shot, and there was absolutely no point in chasing that.
Willie from the south end. Going with pace now.
The captain making some adjustments to the field here.
Massive chance. Loud shout. Not the ideal way of handling that ball. Could be gone if only they had hit.
They make it back, but that was much closer than it needed to be.
Finds the edge. Brilliant bowling. Having got the edge the previous ball, they now know the areas they need to be hitting.
Not a great shot in the end. Practices the shot again. Just need to keep their head down now.
Yep.
An example of how good the modern player is at sliding across the outfield.
Got forward and was able to drive the ball. Lovely shot and good running.
Nice one.
That's a wild one. Nothing elegant about that shot. Just not timing it at all. Poor play.
McAndrew ends what has been a tough... tidy over. Just needed to top it off with a wicket.
Yep.
There'll be runs here. Edge. What a ball.
Yep.
Misses. They failed to make their ground but can't hit the stumps.
Good running. It needed to be as well. Probably closer than they expected.
Yes.
They'll get at least one.
That was a super shot. The delivery was fine, great line and length, but just put away.
Hales has got the big shot away this over. Now they can focus on playing the next ball on its merits. Drives and misses everything.
I'd say it was the right shot to choose, but it was just timed badly. Just couldn't get the drive away.
Brilliant shot, that.
You don't chase those down. Brilliantly timed off the back foot, and that's raced to the boundary.
A boundary off the last ball. Is it a sign they're trying to push the run rate? I'd like to see them aim for the top of off now. As a bowler, you've got to make them play on your terms.
Yep.
Chance to run two.
Did well just to get it down towards third for some runs.
Gee, they're bowling well at the moment. They complete another very good over. Bowler is confident on this one. The Lions having a good chat. Don't know if it's worth using a review on it, though.
Impact outside the line. Easy decision for the third umpire. Not hitting a thing, ends up wasting a review.
It wasn't a great decision to start with. Not surprised to see the umpire's decision stand. Can't get that outside the ring field.
A little bit of confusion out in the middle, but they've got back quickly. No harm done. Both batters survive.
Beaten on the drive.
Had to pull off the big dive to save some certain runs. Did it very well, did the keeper.
Nice shot. Runs possible.
Exquisitely done on the front foot. A gorgeous looking drive. Could have been worth more.
In the air. Looks to be landing safely.
A brilliant throw-in from the deep caps off what was a fabulous piece of fielding. Got forward well and was able to drive the ball. A lovely shot and good running.
Super piece of timing.
That's what you pay the entrance money for. It's flown into the crowd. A brilliant shot off the front foot. No need to move.
Over. The Stingers are 6 for 90.
The captain making some adjustments to the field here.
Power and precision in that shot.
That was a textbook shot off the back foot. Plenty of confidence to gain from it. It just flies to the boundary. What a beautiful shot that was. They've been sweating on the loose ball and picked this one up early and glanced it down to fine leg.
Huge appeal.
Van der Merwe is looking good. Found some rhythm. Really challenging for the batter now.
Yes, lovely.
That would have been a very risky single. In the end, a good decision to stay put.
Yep.
Well timed, but there's a fielder out there. Big appeal. Cutting, the right armour, is coming into the attack. From the south end. padding up to that. Confident appeal. Could it be? Good pick-up. Big chance. Pads that away.
A bit of a mix-up. They'll need to improve their communication.
Doesn't beat the infield.
Really raced between the wickets after it was clipped away nicely behind square.
Yep. No.
That would have been a very risky single. In the end, a good decision to stay put.
Yes.
Ease through the field. There'll be runs here.
Bowler. Lovely.
A bit of frustration after that shot. Went after it, but just couldn't lay a bat on it.
End of the over. 6 off it. The Stingers are 6 for 104. Wood, the left-arm unorthodox bowler, is coming into the attack from the northern end.
Just a little bit wide, well picked up, and let the ball do all the work really, just to nudge it down towards third.
Yep.
Well, there was a split second to decide which end to throw to. In the end, it was a poor choice. Just pivoted onto the back foot, so easily done to knock it behind square.
Yep, great shot. At least one on offer. There'll be 1 run here for them. Needs a direct hit. Gone. Brilliant in the field.
That was a real shame. That was a brilliant innings. Really was heading towards something special. A good wicket to take at this stage.
But Para is new to the crease. They'll be keen to field bat on ball early on. But Para takes guard. Been in pretty good touch lately. You wouldn't want to let them get away early with some easy boundaries.
Waiting.
Quick onto that in the infield.
Well, for a brief moment, you thought there might be a bit of strife there. In the end, a good decision not to take on the field.
Yep.
Nice timing, good batting, won't get to the boundary.
And with that, they're off the mark.
8 runs added there. The Stingers are 7 for 112.
The captain making some adjustments to the field here.
Yep, perfectly timed.
Never an extra run on that arm. Great throw back in from the deep. Back and across, punched well off the back foot through point to get some runs.
Wow, that's missed the lot.
Oh, didn't get the feet moving. Played down the wrong line, threw the hands at it, got nothing on the ball. A few moves made in the field.
Well placed, should get a single.
Got forward and was able to drive the ball. Lovely shot, good running. The captain's going to change things around in the field.
Right out of the middle.
Well, that's a waste of a delivery. Absolutely no trouble getting onto it and dispatching it for 6.
Getting nicely settled at the crease now. Would have been really happy with that last shot.
A bit of a change-up in the field now.
Do they go full? Do they go short? A lot to ponder after the boundary.
Yep.
Great shot through the gap. Perfect timing.
Well, what a lovely shot. It flew to the boundary. That's clearly not the type of delivery to be bowling here.
Consecutive boundaries in this over. I wonder what plans they'll come up with to slow this batting.
Yep.
Collects that one, simple as you like, inside the ring.
Whipped away nicely through the leg side, elegant as ever, and picking up good runs.
End of the over, a good one in terms of keeping the batters quiet. Just needed to take a wicket to make it an excellent one. Wood from the northern end.
Yep.
Out! What a catch!
It's the sort of dismissal that sees the momentum swing back to the bowler. Gone, but not for many.
With the fall of that wicket, the new batter comes out to the crease. They're quick to take guard and face up. Gone! Another one goes. 2 wickets and 2 balls, and they're on a roll now.
They will receive now the warmest of receptions from this crowd for a supreme display of batting.
And with that wicket, we'll see a change out in the middle. McCoy, whose first task is getting themselves settled. Great shot.
Good balance, really good balance to transfer the weight and stay on top of the ball.
A little short on that occasion. Needs to adjust the length slightly to be just a little fuller. Too short on this pitch. And as we've seen already, it makes it very easy to score.
Wood with a superb delivery. Got them trying to drive, but messing everything up.
Wait.
Easy catch. Didn't have to move, really. That total just means the bowlers have really got to be on their game. It feels a really below-par score. The openers will be keen to knock off these runs quickly. Not a huge total to chase down. The bowlers will need to make early inroads if they're to make it interesting.
Obviously didn't like the look of that one and just ignored it.
Right off the middle of the bat.
You can't fault the bowling. Sometimes your opponent is just too good. Wonderful front foot shot, and there was absolutely no point in chasing that.
A boundary off the last ball. Is it a sign they're trying to push the run rate? Drives and misses everything.
That's wild. Nothing elegant about that shot. Just not timing it at all. It's poor play.
Lovely shot. Good seam position, but over-pitched and got what it deserved.
Had all the time in the world to get in position to play that ball. Timed it nicely for 4 runs.
Tried for something a bit different the last ball. The captain shouldn't mind that. If they get it right, they might just get the wicket. Good piece of fielding to stop some runs.
Not a great delivery, got it full and lucky not to be hit to the boundary.
There'll be runs here.
Just need one of the cameramen to send that one back. A little bit of width, but clinically put away.
A brilliant over for the batting side. Not so for the bowlers. new batter always likes to feel bat on ball early on, as they bring a bit of energy to the crease. Gannon coming on, obviously hoping the pace will cause some trouble. That's right off the meat of the bat.
Just missed the line, not the worst delivery, but that was dispatched with interest. Everyone just watched that in awe.
That's right out of the middle of the bat.
It was just a little bit too full, and it was beautifully timed.
Finch has got the big shot away this over. Now they can focus on playing the next ball on its merits.
Yes.
Nice shot, runs possible.
Exquisitely done on the front foot, a gorgeous looking drive. Could have been worth more.
Nice solid defensive shot.
It's the wicket they so desperately wanted. They've removed a real threat before they could get going.
The field will come up now, you'd think. Pressure should definitely be on the new batter, who strides to the middle. They'll be looking for another quick wicket.
Yep.
Couldn't get it through the field.
Got forward well and was able to drive the ball. A lovely shot and good running.
Waiting.
Good catch. Out.
Oh dear, it's been a poor innings under pressure, and now they've got the key batter out cheaply.
Lots of pressure coming into bat. We'll have to wait, though, to face their first ball. Perfect technique and placement.
Threaded it through brilliantly. All timing on that shot.
Don't need to do anything special. Line and length is the key.
Yep.
They'll get at least one.
No.
Oh, without the dive, would have been gone for sure. Such a risky run. Some adjustments to the field.
Great shot.
Caressed that nicely through the gap to the boundary.
Don't mind getting hit for runs. What's important is to focus on getting the next ball right. Misses everything.
Yep. No. Yep. No.
They make it back, but that was much closer than it needed to be.
Yep.
That's out. Caught.
Well, this is a fantastic wicket. Kept the runs down, really didn't get settled and looked to be in trouble for most of the knock.
Coming to the wicket, they'll be looking to play within the V early and expand as they get settled. Crashed away to the boundary. What a shot to start with.
Just missed the line. Not the worst delivery, but that was dispatched with interest. Everyone just watched that in awe.
16 runs added there. The Lions are 3 for 40.
Van der Merwe shakes their head. He was there to be hit, but couldn't make the most of it.
Great shot, but it's not going to beat the fielder.
Yep.
Could that be out? Look so.
Another one gone. The fourth wicket is in the bag. A bit of trouble if there was another to fall quickly. We've seen some very good bowling.
Difficult period as they come to the wicket. They'll take plenty of time to set themselves up before facing their first ball.
Well, it was hammered away, timed perfectly and placed into the gap.
A good contest here at the moment. 4 off the last ball, and it'll be interesting to see how the bowler can respond.
Yep.
Got right in behind it. Could be gone if only they had hit.
They make it home, but there should never have been the chance for a run out in the first place.
Yep.
Solid defence, very compact. End of the over, 8 off it. The Lions are 4 for 48. They'll push hard, should get back for 2.
What a lovely shot. Really good timing. Out of the middle, and it raced to the boundary.
McClintock, I don't think, will be too happy with their bowler at the moment.
Catch it!
Immaculate timing there.
The fielder could only pick that up off the boundary rope. Punched that away through the covers with exquisite timing.
Back-to-back boundaries. The bowler will be searching for something now. Just a dot ball or two to settle things down. Unplayable, no reward, flying to the boundary. Always difficult to focus after what happened last ball, but you just got to stay positive and believe the wicket will come.
Yep.
Couldn't have hit that any better.
Just perfection, a majestic shot. You just cannot hit it any better than that. Raced away to the boundary.
It can be very disheartening seeing good deliveries smacked around. Sometimes you just got to accept it and move on.
Yep. No!
A direct hit and this could be gone.
That would have been a very risky single. In the end, a good decision to stay put. Confusion written on the batters' faces. A mix-up that almost led to a run-out.
Playing all their shots in that over. A very expensive over.
Yep.
Can't get that outside the ring field.
Good running. It needed to be as well. Probably closer than they expected. The captain's going to change things around in the field.
Yep. No!
They need to get their calling right. Mix-ups like that won't help either of this pair.
Yep.
Not much you can do when you bowl a slower ball like that. That would have been a very risky single. In the end, a good decision to stay put.
Yep. Great shot. At least one on offer. There'll be one run here for them.
Got forward and was able to drive the ball. Lovely shot and good running.
Nice shot.
Didn't need to bother about running with timing like that.
Over. The Lions are 4 for 71. 5 fielders are now able to be moved outside the circle. We've seen good control and spin from this bowler. Looking forward to seeing what they can do here.
Yep.
Ease through the field. There'll be runs here. Nicely played.
A fantastic shot off the back foot, really well timed. Everyone just had to stand, watch and admire.
They shouldn't get too discouraged with that last ball. The first step as a bowler is to get the batter playing, which they've managed. If they can find the right spot, the reward will eventually come.
Nothing really wrong with the delivery. Got onto the front foot and found the space to get that one to the boundary.
Van der Merwe is really starting to get on top of this bowling. May need a few changes to halt this momentum.
Yep.
Well timed, but there's a fielder out there.
Found the gap with ease. Wasn't the worst ball you'll see, but it still raced to the rope.
Head shouldn't be too worried about that last ball. They've got them playing their shots, just need to tighten their areas now. Wow, that's missed a lot.
A bit of frustration after that shot. Went after it, but just couldn't lay a bat on it.
Nice bowling.
Good running. It needed to be as well. Probably closer than they expected.
That's the end of the over. Just magical batting. Nothing the bowler can do but watch as the ball goes all over the ground. Gannon from the south end. Going with spin now. Hit that hard, nailed it.
Onto the front foot early, placed it perfectly into the gap. Timed it nicely for 4 more.
Beaten on the drive. well placed, should get a single.
Solid partnership, 50 so far. Now it's time to really build a big score. Deceived by the drift, beaten by the spin. It's as simple as that, really.
Nice bowling.
Right over the top of it, nicely smothering the spin there.
Nice bowling.
Just can't seem to get the ball away. That's the third dot.
That's the over. The Lions are 4 for 92.
They're fast between the wickets. Good fielding keeps it close, though. A bit of a change up in the field now. Some adjustments to the field.
Nice bowling.
Chance! Right out of the middle.
That was just a massive shot. Middled it, and it flew over the boundary. Brilliant stuff.
I'd like to see them aim for the top of off now. As a bowler, you've got to make them play on your terms.
A reckless heave. This batter is usually a bit more elegant in their stroke play than this. Poor batting.
Yes, nice bowling.
Just threw the shot too early.
Good bowling, kept it nice and tight, and made it hard to score runs.
Bowling.
A bit of a mix-up. They'll need to improve their communication. That's wild. Nothing elegant about that shot. Just not timing it at all. It's poor play.
Nice bowling.
Negated the spin well then. Got nicely on top of the bounce.
Edge. Amazing delivery. There's a chance if this hits.
Well, that would have been a very risky run. The right call was made in the end.
A wonderful delivery to get the edge. You've got to keep hammering away at that spot time and again. There'll be runs here. Comfortable single if they take it.
Not a great delivery, got it full and lucky not to be hit to the boundary.
End of the over, 3 runs coming from it. The Lions are 4 for 104.
That is an amazing half-century, just mammoth stroke making. Such an impressive stint at the crease so far.
Yep, good shot, a beauty. Trouble. Oh, gone.
Starting to get really interesting now. That's the 5th wicket, and a very frustrated person is heading back to the pavilion.
And with that wicket, the new batter will mark their guard. They just need to rotate the strike early on as they get settled. Finds the edge. Yes, well taken in the slips.
Just managed to clasp their hands around that one. Disappointment for the batter, joy for the bowler. Another wicket down, this one without scoring.
And again, see you later, 2 wickets on the trot.
They find themselves 7 wickets down. It's about now you need someone to stand up and stick around at the crease.
The team will be after a positive innings from this batter. A great opportunity to come in and put some runs on the board.
Yep.
Nice shot, runs possible.
Another one, 8 wickets gone. You feel it's just a matter of time now. A few decent deliveries could see the end.
Joseph won't have the pressure of facing up just yet. The nerves will be rattling a bit while they're at the non-striker's end.
Yep.
Joseph ready to face their first ball. Really needs to settle quickly and see if they can get the ball into the gaps. Nice solid defensive shot.
Easy does it. First ball and gets some runs.
Yep. Yes, nice bowling.
Just slowing things down. Nothing too risky on that delivery. Just keeping the bowler honest.
Yep. Nice bowling. No.
Smothered the spin. Played it well.
Yep. Huge edge. Brilliant bowling. Having got the edge the previous ball, they now know the areas they need to be hitting.
Nice.
There was trouble for a moment, but these two are quick enough to avoid the run-out in the end.
End of the over, and again it's a good one for the bowling side. Not letting batters build any momentum. They'll get at least one. Yep, super shot.
You could see by how it whistled away to the boundary just how sweetly this was timed.
Getting nicely settled at the crease now. Would have been really happy with that last shot.
Oh, no. Nice bowling. Yep.
Nice timing, good batting, won't get to the boundary.
Tucked it nicely into the gap. Pick up a single, rotate the stroke.
Yep, yep.
It was slightly shorter, but it was seen early. Got onto the back foot quickly. Just pushed it away behind square.
Yep.
Eight runs added in that over. The Lions are 8 for 125. Quick onto that in the infield.
A little bit of confusion out in the middle, but they've got back quickly. No harm done. Both batters survive.
Yep.
Misses everything.
Nice bowling. Catch!
That has gone very, very high. Might be safe.
That was a very well-timed shot off the back foot. Saw it really early, and it was dispatched with ease.
Well taken. Had a lot of work to do and held on to a great catch.
Another one goes off to the sheds. That's 9 down. Some good bowling finding this tail out. And it certainly feels like this is close to the finish.
Yep.
Needs a direct hit.
This has been a famous victory. For much of the match, we didn't know who was going to win. But in the end, a deserved win, I would say.
This was a lot closer than it looked on paper. What a fantastic game. Hope you enjoyed the coverage. See you very soon.